People who want to know how to add or remove components in the GUI dynamically, I will show you how to do that in this video. Let's open our program first. We run it and we saw this GUI. I think for anyone who has taken the Java course before, it's not difficult to put some button or other components in a GUI. But in order to add or remove components dynamically in the GUI, we still have two things to do. First thing is to respond the clicker event. Like this, when I click a button, we need that program to do something, like add new button or other component in the GUI. This is not difficult. But another thing is a little bit difficult. That's how we let program response to the event. Like I click to this button which we new add in our GUI. This is not difficult. So first of all, I designed this program. It's not from scratch. It's from an old program I did for the final test of the Java course last semester. First of all, let me show you which methods to respond the click event. Like when I click this button, the program go to here. This class, button listener class is designed to handle with the click event. Let's take a look here. The first thing we need to do is compare the event with the name we give that button. In this example, when I click this button, because we named this button this name, button lost one, so the program goes there. So it's run the statements here. But before we go deeply, we take a look at our variables first. So theoretically, how we relate our program with this GUI. For example, for each row, we have several variables related to these components. We have a button array called sensor arm to relate to any arm button here. And we still have another button array sensor disarm, which relates to the old button here. And we have an array called sensor flag related to the text field here. Except these three arrays, we still have one array called sensor list. What this array does? What this array does? This array is used to represent the statement of one error. one row. We see this arrow, one arrow as a slot. Like this is slot 1, slot 2, slot 0, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, and so on. If this slot, like slot 1, is used for sensor 1, we put slot user. This is a flag, just like a state, to represent this slot is occupied. If this slot, because it's empty, we didn't put anything here. This is slot 1, slot 4. So we put slot idle here to represent this slot is empty. After this, we can go back to talk about how we add, when I click the button, add a new button here. When I click this button, the program goes here. As we talking about before, go to the button listener class. We compare the button name. This button, which name is button loss 1, so the program goes here. The first thing we need to do is go through every slot in here from 1 to the max slot. Because why we don't from the 0? Because 0 is we always put there. So we just think about saw it as always there. So we search from the slot 1. We go through all the slots and try to find an empty slot. If we find an empty slot, just like in these statements, we change the state of that slot and add several new components in our GUI and add a listen, so we can respond to this button. The same thing happened here. When I click this button, that simulates to remove a existing sensor. When I click, the program goes here. This is the button name we give for this button. The same thing, we go through all the slots and try to find one, because this is a simulate button. So we just find the last one we used and remove it from that slot. So you see, we change that slot stays and remove it from the listener and remove it from the GUI. So from here, you can go through all my program, and it's not difficult, I think. You see, it's just less than 350 lines for all the source code. Okay, if you have any question, just let me know. Thank you.